It's quiet in here. Nick, no music.
We're waiting for you, Joe.
Huh. Got any glasses, mate? Got any glasses?
High cheese.
Before we start, Long and Sammy, you've got to say a few words. Long, open up a few comments from you. Thanks, mate.
Me? Oh, thanks, Joe.
Wow.
Look, we're obviously delighted with the result. It was a massive amount of pressure on us this week, and it's great that we responded so positively in different areas of our game today, which helped us get over the line. So yeah, it was just pleased that we'll wake up tomorrow morning feeling a little bit better than we did last week.
Yeah, cheers for the heads up, Joe.
It's a gift, mate.
It's a gift. Look, I'm really proud of the result, obviously. I think our coaches and our leaders were exceptional this week, right from the time the final whistle happened last week right up until the end of this game. So between the coaches and our leaders, we drove a really simple focus. We didn't try to get everything right, but we went into the game with a clear plan, and thought a lot of boys stepped up tonight and responded to that, and just really, really happy that our last game on New Zealand soil for this year, which seems a little bit crazy considering it's only our second game of the year, but really pleased that we can put a smile on a lot of people's faces, and it was just an awesome occasion out there, afternoon footy in the sun.
Thanks. Before we go to the other, you want to say something?
No.
Okay.
Open to questions.
Yep.
Ian, you asked for a statement, so you said you wanted to post a statement to win, I think, on Friday. Do you think you got it this afternoon?
Oh, well, I think in many ways you guys will be the judge of that. Are we happy we got a response? Yes, we are. We said last week that it was a tough old gig. I thought the Wallabies played really well, and whilst we were far from satisfied, it was still a performance that there was some things in there that actually went okay, and it was still a draw. But we knew we had to lift by our own standards, and there's been a lot of intent through the week. We got a clear reminder about Test match rugby, and I thought we've set a marker down of where we need to be as a team in terms of the mental side of the game and the approach to the physicality and the speed of it. So really pleased with that, and I thought the guys really put a lot of commitment in that. Well, was it a perfect performance? No, it wasn't, and clearly there's been some things that will have to go and move forward because they're a good team and we're going over there.
Can you just talk about Caleb Clark's performance as well? Not often players on debut get a standing ovation from some sections of the ground. How high is the ceiling on what Caleb can do?
Yeah, well, I'd probably rather you didn't paint that headline tomorrow if you can. He's an uncomplicated individual. He's got great self-awareness of who he is. He knows what he's good at on the rugby park, and he just believes in it. And he just wants the ball, and he just wants to run hard. And it's quite a good thing for us to give him the ball and let him run hard. So, he's taken a challenge off the bench, done well, and now he's started. And, I think the whole team will be thrilled for him to see him running around and doing what he loves doing, and that's what we all need to be doing. But, him and his family, I know, will be very, very proud of this day.
Ian, considering what happened last week and everything that's been said during the week, seeing the performance of tonight, are you more excited or more relieved?
Relief's not something I feel at all, to be fair. I feel, like it's this is what Test matches are about, and if we don't perform to the levels that we want to, we know that a lot of pressure comes on this team, and in some ways they're great weeks because there's nowhere to hide. There's no way anyone can get complacent. And if we thought we were in the house last week, we got a reminder that we weren't. So this week, we got a reminder that it wasn't good enough from ourselves and from everyone around us. So So it's a pleasing feeling that we've put a marker down, like I said, that that's the level that we need to start at, and we just got to climb, because it's a tough series. This is a better Wallabies team that I've seen for a little while, and they want to stay in the fight, and so we have to fight for 80 minutes.
Can you give us a comment on Borden Barrett's performance, please?
I just thought he showed his class, and he's a great decision maker, and he's a great influence on this team. And I thought he played the role that we gave him at 15 really, really clearly. He brought a lot of confidence to the players, and again, I think there's more to come from him too, honestly. But it's good to see him back in that first receiver role, see him back in the backfield, and now we've got some good choices.
Down the back on the left.
Sammy, you probably don't want to talk about yourself too much, but how often or when was the last time you ran the ball that much? You must have been pleased with the way you were breaking tackles and carrying it today.
Yeah, I don't know. I haven't scored a meet final, we will. Yeah, look, the game plan requires the loosies to be in those wide channels, and it's area game, continuously trying to work on, like many areas. So, yeah, look, it was nice to get the ball in hand, and I suppose I was just doing my role out there.
And for Ian, you'd be pleased with the continuation of a pretty good set piece this week.
Yeah, I think we're building something nice there. It's been a focus for us this year, and when you dissected last week, it was a pretty pleasing part of our game last week, and I think hats off to the work Plum particularly and Fiki are doing in that space, because it's an area that we targeted, that we want to get a lot more consistent at, and we want to make sure that it can become an area that we can actually impose ourselves through, which I've said numerous times the last few months. So, we're making progress there, and there were some really good moments tonight. There was some probably near the end that we let them off the hook, we felt, and you give them a pat on the back for that, but we're going to have a look at it ourselves.
Down the back here on the right.
Sammy, you're looking a little less banged up than last week. What was the physicality like from the Wallabies today?
That's just because I don't have blood coming from my eye for a change, I think. I'm pretty banged up, believe me. Similar to last week, I think. I thought difference was, like, I felt as forwards we probably initiated a wee bit more of the contacts. Last week we were sort of waiting, and I thought they were taking it to us a wee bit. So, look, we'll be very sore tomorrow, that's no doubt, but we'll be sore with a wee bit of a smile on our faces. Yeah.
And Ian, what did you like about the midfield balance today with Anton and Jack in there together?
What I liked about it, they clearly did the roles that we wanted them to do. I was pleased with that. I thought we started a little bit slowly there. I thought we were a little bit hesitant in terms of a couple of decisions, but that's okay. I thought they learnt well, and the decisions of carrying and passing versus using other people to carry for them, I thought was pretty positive. Put a nice. There were some nice areas, and I thought Albie's work rate was pretty strong on the broken play, and and a big wrap out here for Peter Umaga Jensen, because I thought when he came in, he's been with us for a couple of weeks early in the week, and then we've sent him back to Mitre 10, and then he's got called in late, and it's disappointing he had to go off with a knock, but again, he doesn't look out of place either, does he? So there's some nice signs here.
David?
Ian, Aaron Smith said in the week that he felt he needed to be a lot better personally than last week, and he felt he was outplayed by Nick White in Wellington. How do you feel he responded this week?
Oh, look, I think with nines it's quite hard. Nines are like little wee roosters fighting against each other, aren't they? And whoever gets on top, the other one doesn't feel very good, and that's particularly the case with Nuggy. But his job is to do the best thing he can for our game, and I thought White probably played pretty well tonight with his game. We just probably didn't give him the same free ride I felt we gave him last week. And whereas Aaron was, again, he was, I thought he led ourselves around the park, but it's a bit of a shout out to TJ because we put him on quite early, and I thought he was huge when he came on, and he made a big difference in the defensive energy. So, our goal, it's not about one person, it's about we want the best 9 on the field for 80 minutes, and today we got the mix right.
Joe, going back and then we'll wrap up with a couple more.
Ian, after such a pleasing response, I guess what does that do for your impetus and momentum, before you jump on the plane and head to Australia?
Well, we've really just started, haven't we? We've had 2 tests. We've had, out of those 2 tests, we've probably had one performance that we're more satisfied with, and we haven't won the cup yet.
And you spoke about Peter Umaga-Jensen in his first appearance for the All Blacks. How did you feel about Alex Hodgman off the bench today?
Oh, I was thrilled for him. I think he went on early, and to go into a test of that sort of magnitude on, I guess, your home ground in front of your family, and then to play the way he played was exciting, and he should be really proud of it. He didn't shirk away from anything. He got involved in the attack and the defence side of the game, and sometimes your first test can run past you pretty quickly, but he should be immensely proud of what he did.
We'll go with Mark and then we'll wrap up with Elliot.
John, I think opinions varied slightly in terms of the forwards and the importance of the forwards stamping their mark. I think it either starts with the forwards or starts and finishes with the forwards, but it certainly starts with them. What did you make of your forward performance, and how important was their physicality and intensity today compared to last week?
From the get-go, really, start of the week, we, as a forward pack, put a lot of pressure on ourselves to come up with a big performance this weekend, and led by Sam, Paddy Toops, they did a great job. We talked a lot about making sure we build some momentum with our forwards, with our carriers. We wanted to put pressure on their set piece, and just go back to some simple plan around just carrying and cleaning and going to work, really, just to build some confidence. And I think that was pretty evident. Yeah, good. And that's the Aussie side's a tough side. You've got to go at them. You've got to be physical, because if you don't, they'll come at you. And on the back foot, we struggle at times. So yeah, it was good. Just good to see the boys ripping into that work, that real tough work, and enjoying it, really.
Wrap it up. Thanks, Elliot.
And have you got an update on Joe Moody at all and how he's doing?
No, to be honest, I haven't. I know he's been thoroughly checked out at the moment. Let you know tomorrow.
Cheers. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you.
See you tomorrow.
Cheers.
What the easiest thing to get out of?
What was moved? Yeah.